You plant your foot heavily on the gas pedal expecting that sweet, familiar rush of turbocharger boost, but instead your engine falls completely flat on its face. You hear a massive hissing sound from under the hood, and your vehicle struggles to accelerate. That terrifying loss of power combined with a check engine light is exactly what happens when your powertrain control module sets a P007F diagnostic trouble code, which means it has detected a serious correlation error between the charge air cooler temperature sensors on bank 1 and bank 2. This specific code only applies to forced induction engines equipped with turbochargers or superchargers. When a turbo compresses intake air, it generates a massive amount of extreme heat, so that air is routed through a charge air cooler, commonly called an intercooler, to drop the temperature and make the oxygen much denser for better combustion. The engine computer uses separate temperature sensors on both sides of the engine to constantly monitor exactly how cool that air is getting. If the computer suddenly sees a huge discrepancy between the temperature reading on bank 1 versus bank 2, it knows something is critically wrong with the airflow and it will drastically cut your engine performance to prevent internal melting. Before you immediately assume you have a dead sensor, you need to visually inspect the entire forced induction plumbing system. I constantly see people chasing this code when the real issue is simply a thick rubber intercooler hose that has completely blown off its mounting pipe under heavy boost, causing a massive unmetered air leak that skews the temperature readings. If all the heavy-duty clamps and hoses are perfectly tight with zero boost leaks, you need to grab a digital multimeter and check the electrical connectors at the sensors themselves. You are looking for a rock-solid 5-volt reference signal from the computer and a clean ground. If the wiring is flawless, you can use an infrared laser thermometer to measure the actual physical temperature of the pipes and compare it to what the sensors are telling the scan tool. Also, if you recently bought the car used and the previous owner installed an aftermarket methanol injection kit without having a professional tuner properly reprogram the engine computer, the sudden blast of freezing cold chemical mixture will constantly trigger this correlation code until the software is properly updated.